We have suffered at each other's hands. We have lost people we love at each other's hands.
This is different. Final season, y'all.
Noble houses. This is about the living and the dead.
Then I intend to stay amongst the living.
Let's go.
I offer you a choice. Bend the knee and join me, or refuse and die.
It's all been building up to this. Everything we've seen up until this point.
Is one of those 7 kingdoms.
So good.
The Night King's army grows larger by the day. We need allies. Powerful allies.
The monsters are real.
That was last episode. Season finale.
Calls, Dothraki screams. Let the monsters kill each other. We will deal with whatever is left.
Jaime went off on his own.
We are going to destroy the Night King and his army. We will do it together. He pledged to fight for Daenerys Targaryen. He's bent the knee.
He needs to know the truth.
Yeah, that big revelation.
He's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and my aunt Lyanna Stark. He's the heir to the Iron Throne. We need to tell him.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever done this before.
And it is here.
I'm so hyped. Down goes the wall. We saw that last episode too, the last season finale. HBO, you better deliver with this final season.
Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Shoot Just here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back for the reaction to Game of Thrones on this Game of Thrones Thursday. This is the final season premiere, Season 8, Episode 1, Winterfell. And this is it, guys. We are here. We have finally made it to the infamous final season. I let you guys know when I started reacting to this series that I was already aware of the final season and the reputation that it actually holds, but I've never actually known why it is basically universally hated. Since I've started this series, though, a few of you guys has let me know it's not as bad as everybody actually makes it out to be, but hey, there's only one way to find out. I am liking where we actually left off with things, though. Obviously, it's not the same show as we once started. It's definitely changed. The whole scenery, a lot of the characters as well. I mean, now we have a Night King riding around on an ice dragon. I mean, how crazy is that? If you're not really into that type of stuff, I can understand why a lot of people would be upset with that type of stuff, but yeah, from an outsider's perspective, going into this final season, or when I started this show, I initially thought that people hated the final season because of the dragons, where basically they were built up over time. When they finally arrived, people were just disappointed, but obviously that's not the case. There's only one way to find out what the case may actually be. If you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. Don't recognize this kid. Oh shit. Is it Khaleesi's arrival? Is she finally here? Arya. This actually takes me back. It's kind of like a little version of her, how she was back in the day. This is so cool. They're finally here. There she is, and there he is. Yes. They get to reunite. I don't have any tissues here. Fuck. Long time coming. What the fuck? Speak up. Say something. Don't steal this moment from me. The Hound is also there. Yo, a lot is happening right now already. This is nuts.
You should consider yourself lucky. At least your balls won't freeze off.
Low blow, man. Pun intended.
I warned you.
Northerners don't much trust outsiders.
Khaleesi is in Winterfell, and so are the dragons. Look at that smile. Looking like a proud mother. Yes. Everybody's there. No words need to be said.
Look at you. You're a man.
Almost.
Where are you?
Lurking somewhere.
I was just gonna ask, where is Arya?
Thank you for inviting us into your home, Lady Stark.
Little
The North
Mormont.
is as beautiful as your brother claimed. As are you.
Alright, she's
We
playing
don't have
nice.
time for all this. The Night King has your dragon. He's one of them now. The wall has fallen. The dead march south.
He's like a broadcaster now.
I had a choice. Keep my crown or protect the North. I chose the North.
Always the North.
If anyone survives the war to come, we'll have Jon Snow to thank. But we must fight together now. Or die.
There's a lot of characters I want to see have side conversations with each other right now. This episode better deliver with them.
Hey, careful, lads. Read every last bit of it.
I think we're about to get one.
My lord. My lady.
His ex-wife. He was always good to her, though. She remembers.
The Lady of Winterfell. Last time we spoke was at Joffrey's wedding. Miserable affair.
Had its moments.
Been that long.
Many underestimated you. Most of them are dead now. No one fears her more than I do, but I promise you'll be
Cersei
safe.
told you her army was coming north to fight for you.
She did.
I used to think you were the cleverest man alive.
You used to be taller.
This is
How did you
it.
sneak up on me?
How did you survive a knife through the heart?
I didn't.
Hell yeah. I've been wanting to see this for a while. Oh, so good.
You still have it.
Needle.
Whew. Happy tears, folks. Happy tears.
Valyrian steel.
Jealous?
Final season's off to a good start.
She doesn't like your queen, does she?
Sansa thinks she's smarter than everyone.
She's the smartest person I've ever met.
Ooh.
But you're defending her. You.
I'm defending
Strategies.
her. So is she.
I freaking love it. Well, the final season has given me one thing right there, folks. If it's all downhill from here, that's fine.
You guys, I'm afraid I bring terrible news. The dead have broken through the wall.
Good. You are a true friend of the crown. And an honored guest.
As a true friend and an honored guest.
He is shooting a shot right now. I swear.
I was hoping we could talk in private.
The mountain is a cock blocker, though.
That was our agreement.
Wars sometimes last years.
You want a whore, buy one. You want a queen, earn her.
I've given her justice, an army, and the Iron Fleet. Yet, she gives me no sign of affection.
This is all he wants. This is what he's fighting over.
Men for less.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Listen, man.
She stopped.
You ever get lonely? I am partial to older gentlemen.
Poor girl.
Well, damn.
Fox will take her within the year.
Which girl?
The Queen's brothers made promises to you and broke them. Her Grace wants to rectify their mistake.
It's the Dragon Queen she's after.
She has other plans for the Targaryen girl.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Our Queen's brothers are unlikely to survive their northern adventures, but in the event that they do,
Ooh.
she has a keen sense of poetic justice.
Yo, they actually did it. I thought for sure she would just keep on leading him on.
Why please the Queen?
And then get rid of him when she no longer needs
You
him.
might be the most arrogant man I've ever met. I like that. But now I want to be alone.
I'm going to put a prince in your belly.
She's already preggers, though. Is that why she brought him in there? Okay. Theon. There he is. I'll know. I'm not the biggest Theon fan. He did earn his name back with me, but this is nice. She remembers. He deserved that. Are we cool now?
We can take our home back.
Daenerys went north.
Daenerys will need somewhere to retreat if they can't hold the north. You want to go to Winterfell, to fight for the Starks. What is dead may never die.
It says dead may never die.
And he's really trying to make up for his past. Could he make me a fan again of his by the end of the season? We shall see. My fan meter just went up a little bit though when he said he's going to help the Starks.
What's wrong with them?
They don't like the North.
Too cold. You get used to it.
Go on.
I don't know how to ride a dragon.
They're each gonna ride
Nobody
one.
does, until they ride a dragon.
Small price to pay, I guess. If you want to lay next to her. He's holding on for dear life. Look how far we've come to get to this point. To see Jon Snow ride a dragon.
You've completely ruined horses for me.
We could stay 1,000 years. No one would find us.
Who does that remind you of?
We'd be pretty old. It's cold up here for a southern girl.
So keep your queen warm.
I'm so jealous of this man right now.
Don't be afraid.
You know who makes weapons for the wildlings? Cripples and cocksuckers. Which one are you?
Leave him be.
They reunite.
If you were here, you left me to die.
First I robbed you.
She could have killed him.
You're a cold little bitch, aren't you? Guess that's why you're still alive.
They got each other's back, even though they're
That was a nice accident for him.
not very good at showing it.
You've got him better.
Takes them back.
Here's my wish. Can you make it?
Love their friendship. Are they gonna bring back Hot Pie too for the final season? Yo. Sam and Khaleesi.
So you're the man.
They
The one
saved
who
Jorah.
saved Sir Jorah when no one else could. Well, there must be something I could give you.
If it's not too much trouble, I could use a pardon.
For what crime?
I borrowed a few books from the Citadel. Also a sword.
She was worried for a second.
From my family. It's been in House Tarly for generations, so it would have been mine anyway, eventually.
That just shows what kind of person he is too.
Father had...
He wants like
ideas.
forgiveness for that.
You know him?
She burned his family alive.
I offered to let him retain his lands and titles if he bent the knee. He refused. Your brother stood with your father.
May I?
Of course.
At least she was honest with him. That's the type of queen she is. I wish their first meeting went a little bit better.
What are you doing out here? It's time to tell Jon the truth.
Shouldn't you tell him?
I'm not his brother. He trusts you more than anyone. Now's the time.
Did he fall?
I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to be down here. Daenerys. She executed my father and brother.
Not executed men who disobeyed me.
You've also spared men.
I wasn't a king.
Yo, he's pissed off.
But you were. You've always been. Your mother was Lyanna Stark. Your real father.
How's he gonna take this?
Rhaegar Targaryen. He promised your mother he'd always protect you. And he did. Robert would have murdered you if he knew.
What a revelation for him, man.
You're the true king. Aegon Targaryen, sixth of his name, protector of the realm, all of it.
Like, I can only imagine what's going through his head right now.
She shouldn't be. You gave up your crown to save your people. Would she do the same?
At this point, does it even fucking matter? If they're together, they can both rule. Yo.
Little boy. It's a message from the Night King.
They should really burn his body. Yeah.
We'll get there before they're dead. We just have to hope.
I knew it. His eyes scream too. There you go. You just saw him at the start too. It's like, just give me a few wagons. I'll be good. Who's this? The one in the hood? Show me your face. Jamie? You really shouldn't be there. Yup. They go back. Doesn't even gotta say it, just that look alone. Is that the first episode? Yup. Wow, we've really come full circle here. How crazy is that? They actually meet again. Jamie and Bran. Let me just slide on over here. I actually enjoyed that first episode. So I think we're actually off to a good start for the final season of Game of Thrones, but let me just load this up here properly. Game of Thrones. There we go. Yeah, there's a bit to discuss. It wasn't the most intense episode. Not too much happened. It was very nice to see a lot of the characters that we know and love come together, reunite once again. Arya with most of them. Like, there's so many characters that she's met along the way. Seeing her with the Hound, that was super cool because, yeah, even though they're not very good at showing their emotions, I thought it was great to see that just them reunite and showing that they do still care. And look who just woke up here. Hey, buddy. You come to join me for my recap? All right. And look who joins. Hey, Ghost. He is super tired right now, but of course he wakes up right when I'm doing my recap. You could have waited 10 more minutes. Hopefully you guys don't mind now that he's appearing. He wants some screen time. He appeared for the season finale. Now he wants to appear for the season premiere, the final season, hey buddy. All right, so yeah, it was really everybody reuniting this episode with Arya that I really enjoyed. Seeing Gendry there again, and what exactly was she asking him to make? I think it was a spear. Yeah, he says it's a spear. I'm pretty sure it was a spear. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. She might have said it. I don't know if she just showed that picture, but I'm pretty sure it was a spear. What exactly does she want that for? She's pretty good with needle, but maybe because she's evolved, she needs something a little bit more bigger, a little bit more dangerous. So yeah, looking forward to seeing her with that, whatever she wants to be made. I think it is a spear though, but I think the big thing to talk about for this episode is the revelation between, I don't even know what to call him anymore. Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen. Hey buddy, did you just jump up here again? But yeah, seeing that revelation, he almost like fainted when he heard that news, and I don't blame him, because imagine hearing that. It's like your entire life is a lie, and not just hearing that, what he's actually being told is he's the rightful king. Like, what I was saying right after that scene though, are you biting my hand, is does it really even freaking matter at this point? Like, if he's with Khaleesi, and are they gonna stay together? Because now that he knows, he's obviously gonna tell her. They brought up a few good points though, like would she give up, would she step down like he stepped down for his people? Would she do that for hers? Because that was a big thing that he actually did, and he understood the backlash, and we saw some of the backlash for him actually stepping down and what came from that. Because yeah, little Lady Mormont, she was pretty upset about that. She was calling him out, but he did it to save them. He did it for the North. He did it for his people, and the big question is, would she do the same? But now that they know the truth, are they actually going to stay together? Because that's 100% incest. So I was saying it before, I don't know how I feel about this whole topic. Like, even when they had their dragon ride this episode, and that probably cost so much money, I don't even want to ask, or I don't even want to know how much this final season cost, because if we're going to get last season too, they must have broke some records, because yeah, there was a lot of battle seasons last season, and it even concluded with the wall going down. But now where we are with the dragon rides and the CGI that they're using, maybe this episode CGI wasn't the best. You could definitely tell, because we're seeing it more, and I don't want to see them just go on random rides like that throughout. There's only 5 more episodes, so I don't know how much more they could actually do that, but I did bring that up before, that that's not really the part of the show that I'm here for. Like, when I compare it to Lord of the Rings back in the day, like, I'm not a huge fan of those movies. I definitely enjoyed them for what they were. I saw them in theaters back in the day. I don't really ever have the will or need to see them again. Maybe I will down the line, but as of right now, like, one and done for me. But I definitely appreciate those battles or those movies and the battles that take place in them. And I definitely see some resemblances with this. Like, there's obviously, when we're dealing with kings and queens and dragons and all these mystical things. Like, you're definitely going to see some resemblances between the two, but I've definitely appreciated the way that Game of Thrones has handled them a lot more up until this point. So I hope they really don't go overboard with this. But like I was saying, there's only 5 more episodes, so even if they do go overboard, what does it freaking matter? But going back to that, what does it freaking matter, like, who's king and who's queen? Like, if they're together, if they do decide to stay together, and that's the other big question. Are they actually going to stay together? But if they do, what does it freaking matter? They can rule together. Does one person need to be sitting there? Or Jon Snow can sit on the throne, the Iron Throne, and she can sit on his lap for all I care at this point. Like, as long as they're both ruling, it doesn't matter, like, if it's her or him. Whichever one is sitting, it's going to be the same outcome overall, so everybody's going to get the same thing. So I really don't think it matters in the long scheme of things, but there were a few things that they did bring up this episode that I wasn't fully on board for. I just don't know where it's going to go. And that's Sam. Obviously, he revealed the news, that the truth, that who Jon Snow actually is. I'm still going to call him Jon Snow. Hopefully nobody gets upset with me, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are like, all right, it's actually Aegon Targaryen, so get it right. But as of right now, I still know him as Jon Snow, so I'm still going to refer to him as that. Maybe when the series is over and done with after these next 5 episodes, if I hear other characters start calling him Aegon, maybe I'll get on board for that. But as of right now, he's still Jon Snow, Jon Stark. I don't know. He's just Jon to me, but yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it all. Ghost, I know I'm going to wrap up soon. Don't you worry. I'll give you a treat after. But where is Ghost, by the way, too? That's another big thing. I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, when it comes to who's ruling and just the truth overall, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. Like, the plots that they're choosing to go with for this final season, I'm just mainly here to see the final battle, pretty much, to see the outcome of how things eventually play out, especially with Cersei too, because I don't know if she's actually going to be around when everything is over, said and done with, because her choosing to basically be the ultimate villain and screwing over humanity, pretty much, like, that's the most Cersei thing she could ever possibly do. And honestly, I freaking love it, because she is born to be a villain, and I just think, or it's all going to be worth it in the end if she eventually gets hers, because her choosing to basically screw over everybody and try to take over afterwards, oh man, she's got to pay for that in the long scheme of things. Like, there's got to be something bad that happens to Cersei. If she walks away scot-free from it all, or if she's like the sole survivor when everything is said and done, man, I don't know how I'll feel about that. The perfect ending for me would be obviously Jon Snow, and I am calling him Jon Snow still, and Khaleesi sitting on the throne together, ruling everything, with Khaleesi and the Night King being taken down after a long, epic battle, huge war, but them finally being put to rest. That would be a happy ending, but you guys have told me, and it's been said in the show, like, if you're expecting that, you're watching the wrong show. But as of right now, I feel like we're kind of leading to that point. Is it actually going to play out like that? If one of them dies, man, I'll be pretty upset. Like, I care about these characters so much. Like, just seeing Jon Snow and Arya reunite this episode, that was freaking beautiful, man. You guys saw the tears. Like, I've been wanting that forever. And it's moments like that, that's really what I care about, that the show does so well with, that I freaking love about this show, that really differentiates itself from just another Lord of the Rings. And yeah, I'm calling Lord of the Rings just another Lord of the Rings, but that's the stuff like that is why I love the show so much. They've made me care about these characters and their journey up until this point. So how it's all going to end, I don't know. I don't want to lose either of them. Khaleesi, I don't want to lose anybody that's still remaining up until this point. But I definitely didn't like the stuff, the potential revenge plot with Sam. Seeing him reunite with Jon too is pretty sweet. Of course he has to fall right before, but yeah, I just don't know how I feel about that. I don't want him doing something stupid like trying to take her out, or eventually he does kill her off, pissing off everybody in the process. That would be one reason. Like, I'm trying to think too, why does everybody hate this final season? Because we're off to a pretty good start so far. Like, it wasn't the most epic episode, wasn't the best episode of Game of Thrones, but I enjoyed it. So as of right now, 1 episode down, we still have 5 to go. I'm still on board with this final season and seeing how things eventually all play out. But yeah, 5 more episodes. What else went down this episode? Because we did see Euron too. hooking up with Cersei. Thank God we didn't actually see it. we did see Bronn with a sex scene, kind of. Or actually, no, definitely with a sex scene. They showed a lot for that scene, but yeah, Cersei, she actually caved in or gave in, because I'm starting to think too, but she was kind of tearing up at the end of the scene. The reason why she actually did that, did she do that because she's already pregnant with Jaime's baby? Obviously. I'm surprised she's not further along. Also, if Jaime's got like the full beard, I feel like it's been a while since he's been traveling, made his way over to Winterfell, and it's so cool at the end. I definitely want to discuss that before I wrap things up. But yeah, is that the reason why she's actually allowing Euron in between the legs, if you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's skip to the end, because the last thing I really want to bring up before I forget is Jaime and Bran crossing paths yet again. Full circle, everything comes back around. I brought that up so many times when it comes to this show. That's another reason why I love this show so much too. Them locking eyes, seeing each other. Bran didn't even need to say anything. Obviously, Bran is a different person. He is not even Bran anymore as far as I'm concerned, but just the look in Jaime's face, like he owes that kid, or he owes that man an apology. Like he owes that man his life at this point, because he crippled him. Very first episode, end of the first episode, started the first episode of the final season, they meet up again. How crazy is that? Everything comes back around in Winterfell to top things off, where it all took place. Wow. That's actually, I know some people have complaints with the writing, but that right there is good writing in my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy, but I actually really enjoy that. The fact that they meet up yet again, it just kind of hit me right now. The fact that they're meeting up yet again is where it all went down. Freaking 7 seasons later, final season. How crazy is that, man? I actually appreciate that. So yeah, I know the writers might not get a lot of props for this final season. They're getting some props for me, at least for that, and at least for giving us the reunion. What's up, buddy? You know, this guy's all over me here, but at least for finally having Arya reunite with Jon Snow also. But yeah, he wants me to be quiet here. He wants me to wrap things up. He wants me to play with him. And yeah, he's turning into a Varys at the end of the month too, so I definitely got to spend some time with him while he still has his balls. And there was a lot of balls talk this episode also, with Theon finally saving Yara. She's back, which that was great to see too. And then the very beginning too, the opening joke with Tyrion and Varys, that was also great. But yeah, he's going to be joining the club. Sorry, Ghost. At the end of the month, he has no idea what's coming. But all right, give me a minute here, bud. You are crazy. I think that's where I'm going to wrap things up, though. I did enjoy this episode. Like I said, wasn't my favorite. I know that's going to piss some people off whenever I say that. You don't have to say that every time you don't like an episode or it's not your favorite. We get it. But yeah, that's just one way that I do describe it. But don't take it personally. Either way, I did like it. So yeah, there you go. But that's where I'm going to wrap things up. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your night and your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I am not the